Thank God I am not a ghetto person. Thank God. Thank God I do not have a criminal history. Okay? Thank God I do not have multiple children with multiple different women. I don't have any children out of wedlock. I don't have any kids yet, but I'm not in that situation of having that many mouths to feed and different women to deal with. That sounds like chaos. I have no interest. But I'm not in that situation, right? I'm happy. I'm very, very happy that I'm not in that terrible situation. Yeah, I think it's terrible. Thank God. I very much glorify the idea that advancing your vocabulary, advancing your education, your grammar, to me that is a awesome habit, right? I mean, it's what you're supposed to do, especially as an adult. You're supposed to keep getting better, keep evolving, right? I'm happy I think that way to basically just keep evolving, basically, right? Thank God I don't judge people for their skin color, their so-called race. I go off character. I go off someone's character, right? Either you're a good or a bad person. That's really how I'm able to, decide if I should be around you or not. I just go off character, not skin color. That's just not my thing. Thank God I'm not one to think that disrespecting law enforcement is a good thing. I very much support law enforcement. The more cops patrolling the streets, the better, right? I love seeing more police officers patrolling the area where I live. I like that. I have no interest in living in a ghetto. I have no interest in living inside of the hood. Thank God I'm not hood, wannabe gangster, ratchet. Thank God I'm not that person. I have no interest in participating in those type of lifestyles. I think it's horrible. I think it's embarrassing. It's nothing but chaos, negativity, the whole nine. I have no interest. Thank God I don't think sagging my pants is a good thing, especially for my age. I'll be 41 next. I keep saying that. I'm just happy I don't have that problem of sagging my pants, showing my underwear, to the public, thinking this is a cool factor. Thank God I don't have a criminal history. I've never been arrested in my adult life, right? I'm happily married. My wife and I run a small brick and mortar in our town. I work in IT, right? I live here in the Miami metro area. I believe in working hard. I'm not one to think that I'm oppressed. I'm not one to think that I'm a victim. I don't use slavery as some kind of excuse in why my life is crappy, right? I'm not one that thinks that way. Thank God I do not take advantage of the government assistance. Not to shame anyone that's on those programs. I think that's awesome that these things are available for people or families that need it. But we have people that does take advantage of these assistance, and it's horrible. And I'm glad I don't think that way, right? I'm glad I don't need assistance from the government. I'm doing pretty good in life for myself financially, that I don't need assistance. Not to flex on anyone, but I'm happy I'm not in those situations. I live in a pretty nice apartment with my wife. It's a brand new building, just got built last year, literally, just opened up last year. Awesome area. They're building on phase 2 here. I'll show you. This is phase 2 where I live. It's almost done. It'll be done by this summer. maybe like midsummer. Should be done. Gorgeous building, gorgeous area. There's a restaurant downstairs. It's a full bar. Life is amazing. The beach is about 9 miles away from this location. I live a very comfortable life. My wife and I live a very comfortable life. We're both healthy. We both love to go to the gym. It's insane to me that there's men my age, right? We have men my age who are the complete and total opposite of what I just described, for myself, if that makes any sense. We have men my age who have a criminal history that can't stay out of prison or jail. We have men my age that love to sag their pants, displaying their undergarments to society. Insane that this is a cool factor in 2025. There's men my age who are overweight, right? Not to shame you, but there's men my age that have that problem. They can't keep the weight off. Poor health. There's people out there that think participating in hood, ghetto, ratchet, soaps, wannabe gangster culture is a cool factor. There's people that are that delusional, thinking this is a cool thing to be part of. I think it is delusional. I think it is super embarrassing that you think being ghetto in 2025 is something proud to be part of. Someone that thinks having poor grammar or a poor vocabulary, is something proud to practice, basically. Someone that has no motivation, no discipline. It's a sad thing that some people like this still exist. It's sad that we have people that disrespect law enforcement, right? That disrespect their teachers, their parents. Disrespect themselves, really. It's insane. We have people who take advantage of the government assistance that doesn't want to work and provide for themselves or provide for their families, and not take advantage of taxpayers, right? To take care of them when they are when they are capable and physically able to work. They much rather take advantage of people and leech off of that tax-paying money. It's insane. It's disgusting, really. Very embarrassing. It's crazy that we have people that still, to this day, focus on skin color so much. We have people who dislike others because of the color of their skin. Disgusting. I'm not here to belittle anybody. I'm not here to shame. I'm not here to insult. If I did, I do apologize. I'm hoping the takeaway from this video is that you decide to do better. If you are doing better, congratulations. I'm happy for you. And if you're the opposite, I hope you do decide to make better decisions, because that's really what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about decisions that you're making. Some people call it systemic racism, and it's really systemic poor decision making. You make poor decisions in your life. A lot of times, that's why you're seeing a terrible outcome. You make poor decisions when it comes to your finances, your education, the partner you choose to form a romantic relationship. You choose poorly when it comes to that. You choose poorly when it comes to the type of things you consume, whether it's music, movies, whatever on social media, all poor choices. So it's insane that people are shocked that their lives suck and not focus on what kind of decisions they're making in life that's causing them to live a terrible life. A lot of time it has to do with their poor decisions. The type of people you hang out with, right? It can either be something positive or the opposite. That's a decision. It's all decisions. I decided being a responsible, mature, and a critical thinking person is something I want to be part of. I want to practice. There's nothing worse than witnessing adults who are irresponsible, immature, and non-critical thinkers. I want to be the opposite of those things. I am the opposite of those things. That's a choice I made. That was a choice I made. To be mature, responsible, and critical. Use my own brain, basically. Think for myself. I want to live in peace. I do not want to live in a ghetto. Now, I'm not shaming those that live there, and that's your only option. Different story. But there's people living in these areas. They decide to live there and want to remain there for whatever reason. Most ghettos have no type of opportunities for people. Lack of jobs. High crime areas, right? A very terrible environment to raise children or just to live in general. If you live there because that's all you can afford, different story. But we have people that continue to be in these areas because they like to live there. You want to live around a high crime area is insane to me. I have no interest in being around criminals, drug dealers, prostitutes, just criminals. I have no interest in being around people who are this way. All choices. Thank God I'm not ghetto. Thank God I'm not disrespectful. I'm not a loud mouth. I'm not rude to people, you know. Thank God I'm not ghetto. And I hope you're not one too. Because I very much believe being ghetto is one of the most embarrassing things in 2025. It is horrible that people live this way and want to participate in this type of behavior, basically. Being ghetto, ratchet, so-called gangster or hood. Freaking embarrassing. It's horrible. I have no interest. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope this helps. Hope you got some value from it. And again, I hope the takeaway for you is that you do better and make better decisions. I really hope that's the takeaway that you get from this video. It's a pleasure. Peace out. Let me go enjoy the rest of my day. Have a nice one. Peace.